Journalist Park. Location of our second flea market. Just look for this. Look for that thing, and then make a, just look for this thing, and then make a left, and you'll find it.
Hey everyone, my name is Sal, and I've been traveling for a few years now, but I've also been collecting retro video games along the way. So I thought, why not merge the two and document everything along the way? I've had tons of great scores in the past, so I guess you can say I'm just trying to chase that retro treasure again. So join me as I hunt for video games at flea markets, video game stores, and street vendors all over the world. This is Retro Find Worldwide. Colombia Bonus Finds. Hey guys, how's it going? So this is just some bonus footage that I had. Basically, I was able to catch a second weekend during my Bogota, Colombia trip, and this is the second Sunday, so I just kind of went back to the same three flea markets that I mentioned. This is the third one that's called Las Aguas Flea Market. I found that out this weekend. That's what it's called. And yeah, we're just gonna see what else we can find here. I just did a quick short video here just to show what I found, because it is some pretty good stuff, and you know, I want you guys to see all my travels. So here we are. It's pretty much the same vendors, different items. So the good part about this flea market and this country in general is that all the flea markets, they get different items every week, which is pretty cool because it keeps it fresh every week. It did rain earlier today, but it's a little gloomy now, but it's not raining at least, so the vendors came back out covered up. And over here I have a table. See, these are like bootleg GameCube games. Pretty cool. Not really a GameCube guy. I don't know how that works with the whole cloning thing, but those are pretty cool. He wanted 30,000 each. It's about $10 each. Little too much for me. Then over here I see he had the Atari 130 XE. This is a crazy find. Never see these out, and it was kind of a good condition. Didn't have the cables or anything. I was really intrigued by this one. Then he had a Atari 5800 game. Yeah, some Sega Genesis stuff too, some complete Sega boxed games. But I was all about this Atari, so I asked him how much. He said 30,000, which is $10. I did end up picking that up. Not sure if it works or not, but just having something like that is pretty cool, just to kind of mess with it, try to see if it works and get the cables and try to make it a complete system so you can actually use it. So I probably won't do anything with that Atari, but I'll probably ask my buddies that do collect that stuff, see if they're interested in it. But if anybody out there is in Atari land is interested in it, hit me up. If I still have it, we'll come up with something, some sort of trade or something. So that was one of the pickups that I had today. And like I said, it's the same vendors, a lot of clothing in this one. Kept raining on and off, so not a lot of people, which is a good thing. But then the vendors kind of got scared away, and they kept closing up shop or covering their stuff up and wouldn't show anybody until it stopped raining. But got a few good chunks of time. What I do see here in Colombia a lot is a lot of viewfinder stuff. You know that red viewfinder, and you put the circular kind of cartridge in it, and it'll kind of show a slideshow of whatever cartoon it was. A lot of that stuff. Pretty cool. Now, what I did pick up earlier on this day that that it's not filmed was I picked up the SNES 2 or the SNES Mini, whatever you want to call it, with one controller and all the connections. I did pick that up for a good price. I think 100,000 is what I paid, which is about $38, something like that. But yeah, I did pick that up. Unfortunately, I couldn't film it. It was raining at the time, and I just kind of wanted to pick it up and leave. That was the same guy, if you guys remember episode 1, who had the Sega Mega Drive 2 that I didn't inquire about. Yeah, he had that still in box, but it turns out it was a 2009 version of that. So it was kind of like a remake of that system, the Sega Mega Drive 2. It was in box and everything. It's exactly the same, except it has one little sticker on the box that says 2009 version. So that answers my question from a few weeks ago. Now over here I see it's kind of like a clone, South American clone of NES, which is pretty cool. I always see these around at these flea markets, but I never see it, kind of looking complete-ish. It's always missing a door, or has no controllers, or it's broken, but this one looks kind of in good shape. I inquired about the price because it has a zapper also. She said she wanted $20,000, which is about $7. So I mean, that's an obvious buy. I mean, even if it doesn't work, I want to have this and try to get it up and running. It's because I've been getting into the clone stuff lately, especially since we're out here in South America. Just to collect, just to have weird controllers, weird zappers, and weird consoles. I'm not sure if you guys feel the same way, but I'm all about that right now. And that's pretty much it for this small flea market. I think there's one more aisle to go, but yeah, I managed to catch the street vendors that set up on the sidewalks and on the street earlier today, because I came out at 9 a.m. But the cops shut them down like around 9:30, so I wasn't able to get all of them, but I was able to check them out. So that's always fun. And like I said in the last episode, they're always changing locations because the cops follow them because they don't have a permit. And over here, this guy had a bunch of Sega Dreamcast keyboards in box. He had about 10 of them back there. They were all in box, and I believe he wanted $20,000 for each, which is about $7. So I was just checking them. I actually ended up picking up 2. They're great condition, as you can see, and they're brand new. So definitely picked a few of those up. I would pick up more, but I'm traveling, so that's about it, guys. Let's see what we found. All right, so up first we have the Atari 130XE. It's a nice little vintage unit. I got it for $30,000, which is about $10 American, and yeah, it's pretty clean. Gonna go back and test it, make sure that it works. Nice little stamp there, signifying that it was bought here in the country of Colombia. And then we have I was told by someone on Instagram, thanks for that, by the way, that it was a Brazilian clone of an NES. And I got this unit with the 2 controllers and the zapper, which is pretty complete. It's missing the cables, but we can find that. It's a computer video game in the front. It's got some cool inputs there. 20,000 Colombian, $7 USD. And the controller is the 4-button controller. I think the top ones are turbo, bottom ones are regular, so that's pretty cool. And then the zapper is just a regular zapper. Up next we have the Super Nintendo console, Super NES 2, or the SNES Mini, whatever you want to call it, with all the hookups and one controller for $38 American, 100,000 Colombian. Great condition. That's going to be a great trade or a flip. And then we have some regular Nintendo games. I got the Black Label Golf, Kings of the Beach, Hoops, and I got Blades of Steel, as well as Bases Loaded. Nothing too crazy there, very common games, but I got them all for $14. Not a bad buy. Got the 14-in-1 Famicom game. And I got the 72-in-1 Famicom game. Can't wait to go back and test those. Got those for $4. Not a bad buy at all. You know I love those. And lastly, we have the 2 Dreamcast Sega keyboards. New in box. Brand new, $7 each, which is not a bad buy. They're about 35 bucks here in the States. 25, 25 to 35. So that's pretty much it. Those are in great shape. Can't wait to take those back to the States. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this bonus footage of Bogota, Colombia. A couple of things here we didn't film. We couldn't get footage of. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And I'll see you guys next time, whether it's this country or another. And please, if you haven't, subscribe below.